Hey YouTube, this is Advanced Tech Engineering with another hydroxy video. I know you haven't heard from us in a while, but we've been busy doing a lot of research and development, and we've come up with a new type of cell that works better than the brick cells. And we still make the brick cells, but we make them our way. They're different than anyone else's brick cell. It's hard to explain, but anyway, this cell here that you're looking at is our new style of cell that we're going to be using, and I'll explain a little bit about it. What it is there's a water tank right down here, and then right above it is the process tank, and inside this process tank there is 101 plates, and they're 6-inch plates. And inside here, it's hard to see, but there's another tube inside of this clear tube that houses the plates. And so you can see what the plates look like. I got one out here for you. This is an 8-inch plate, so it doesn't go inside there. This is for a larger cell. They look like this, only they're 6-inch plates, and they go inside this cell, and you can kind of see there's a plate there at the water level. It's kind of hard to see with the reflection, and you can kind of see down there the gap where the water flows through. So what we do is we try to limit the amount of current that can leak by, but we'll never have it 100%. And we also, on this gap right here, we use what's called plating tape to put over the top of this, and we cut it out so the current can't leak right around the edges. But like I said, there's always a leak, and the current leakage isn't so important as wasting power as it is for burning the plates in particular areas, because these plates wear down over time, and it doesn't matter what kind of steel you use. This is a plating process, and you are going to take from one plate and put to the next plate, and that's the process. And no matter what you do, you're going to end up with something like this, and you have to figure out just how to deal with this. And that's why we've designed our cells the way we have, so you don't get any shorts, you don't cause burnout on your plates, and you maximize your surface area at all times. And that's what this is for. It's inside here, it's very, very hard to see, but there's a hole or a slit cut in the top of this pipe here so that the water can cascade out into the outer tube, and then it flows back down into this tube. And I'll let you see this side of the cell. Of course, we got power terminals on here, and we got a way for the water to come back from the top to the bottom, and it is actually pulled out from the top into the bottom. It doesn't just trickle in here using gravity. It is sucked out through with this pump here due to displacement, and the hydroxy comes out up here. And you'd think that with this hole up here that you'd get rid of the displacement laws, and it would just slowly fill this up, but it doesn't. So long as these holes down here get filled up with water past a certain point, this pump will begin to suck the water out of the top cell into the bottom cell. Due to this style of cell, not only have we made the process a little more efficient, we've made manufacturing more efficient, so our prices have changed. They've come down quite a bit, and we've also redid the Advanced Tech bubbler. It's a nicer, more ergonomic looking bubbler. We're going to run this cell, and I got a hydroxy meter here so that you can see the flow, and it is a hydroxy meter, just so there's no confusion. There is a difference. If your meter doesn't say hydroxy on it, then it is not calibrated for hydroxy, and your flow is going to be way off. Hydrogen is way lighter than air, so a nitrogen or air flow meter will make it look like you have less than you really have. So basically you need a lighter weight is what it is. Our bubblers, have changed quite a bit. You can see they're a little more ergonomic. You got an in and an out. The in is the one with the tube on it, and has a 1-inch fill port, and then their 1/4 inch national pipe thread out and in and outs. And we don't like to think of these bubblers as bubblers, although they bubble, as we like to think of them, as a scrubber, because the chemicals in this tank, when you do the electrolysis process, you get gas other than hydrogen, oxygen off of this, and the scrubber actually reabsorbs that, because this is fresh water, and you get a cleaner hydrogen and oxygen out. So this water does need changed periodically. And also this bubbler here, it's a 4-inch in diameter bubbler that's about 12 inches tall. It's a little bit taller than that, and it is not meant for this cell. This cell produces quite a bit of hydrogen and oxygen, and it would use a 6-inch or an 8-inch version of this, and we do make those, and they're for industrial or large amounts of hydroxy being produced. And but this bubbler here is meant for a regular size system, a smaller one, and they come in 4 different sizes. They come in a 2-inch version, so about half this size, same height and everything, and they come in a 6 and an 8, and the 6 and 8-inch size of this are about 16 to 18 inches tall. So they're a bit taller. They need to hold more water, because the more hydroxy you produce, the more you need to be able to absorb that extra chlorine type gas that comes off into this water. There's a bunch of information that we have that we would like to share, and we're going to make some videos to share that, and this is just going to be kind of a short video, I hope, just to show kind of our new product line. This cell here that I'm going to show you is more of a test cell. That we don't usually build them with this water tank on it. They usually come separately if you want one, or you can just get your own. But I just want to show you how it works. And on the inside of this tube, it kind of looks like this. Kind of. The plates are inside this hole. The water flows over the top of this and into the outer tube and cascades out. And so you have an idea there. We have also designed us a very large power supply. This power supply has 4 channels. It's roughly 2400 watts per channel. And actually the higher voltage channels are these 2 bottom ones, and they are closer to 4000 watts each. These ones up here are lower voltage. You got your roughly 12 to 16 volts, and double that on this one over here. And then we have 2 inputs. We have a 110 and a 220 input. This is especially designed for hydroxy, and what I like to do is hook a variac up to the 110 so that I can change these 2 voltages to be closer to what I want them. The amp meters that you see here are only accurate to a whole number, so they round up and they round down. They're not as accurate as your fluke meters or your clamp amp meters, but they're accurate enough for this process. And what this power supply does is it can do a few things. These outputs down here, they can do 110 or 220. So there's a switch, so you can turn your 110 power on, and then you can switch from 110 to 220. You can turn your 220 power on and off, and your 110 power can be turned on and off with this switch as well. And you got a power switch for your low voltage as well, and you can switch between the 2. So we can test a whole bunch of things at the same time, and while powering a few other things. And what I'm going to do on this is I'm going to show you, we're going to power the pump off of these. So we got these jumper cables here just to simply power this little guy here on our 12 volts. Then we have these larger wires here that we're going to be powering the cell off of. And what I'm going to do now is turn the pump on for you so you can see the water, how it's going to circulate. So the pump is coming on. You can see it's starting to flow there. And in here, it's hard to see, so I'm sorry, it's easier for me to see since I'm actually here. But it's overflowing and pulling water in from up there and recycling it down here. And it is overflowing. I don't know if you can see that very well. When I turn the power onto this cell, it will be a little easier to see. So right now we have nothing, just a little bit of outgassing. And now I will turn the switch on for the 220. So you can see there what the power is, and you can see there's the bubbler or the scrubber and what we're producing. This thing, when it warms up, it will produce just over 15 liters a minute, and it does warm up pretty quickly, so it requires a cooling system as well, which we don't have right now to show you, but we do have one, just not here. And you can see what's going on in here, and it is overflowing. It's just hard to see. So we are also redoing our website, and so we got a new website and whatnot. It's the same address, of course. It's just been redone, so don't be confused when you go there. It has our new products on there, a whole bunch of different cells and some pictures for you to look at, and a lot better pricing, I think. We've changed our chemistry so that now we can use fewer stainless steel plates in our process and make the same amount we were before, and it's made our prices cheaper. Plus we do our own manufacturing now, so we don't have to jack the prices up so high. So there you have it. This is a little taste of what we have. We're going to do some more videos, so please keep watching. We're going to show the little Geo running off of this cell again, like I've done it before. We're going to run it off of this cell. We're going to simplify it, and it'll be easier for everyone to understand. I'm going to shut this off now. So we'll turn off the power. You can see what we're drawing there still if you want. And then the pump is over here. It's drawing 7 amps, little. But we'll shut it off, and we'll shut off the hydrogen, and we will shut the whole thing off by turning off this variac. So again, we are going to show this cell in another video running the Geo, and it's going to be simplified. I'm going to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff, and just so it's easy to see, easy to understand, and I've learned a lot more since then, so hopefully I'll be able to explain it a little better. So keep an eye out for that. We're also going to show the smaller versions of this using the 8-inch plates. Normally we don't make cells that use smaller plates than 8-inch, because if you go below 8-inch, you drastically drop off your hydrogen production due to your surface area versus current ratio. So if you're going to build a cell, just don't go below 8 inches unless you're doing it because you don't want to draw as much power, and that's the reason, for this one. So anyway, please visit our website and send us comments about the website, what could make it better, what do you need to see, what data is missing that you want to know, things like that, and just directly email us. There's a contact page on there, and we prefer to be contacted through there rather than YouTube. Anyway, we appreciate your guys' support, and there's going to be more tests and some interesting stuff that we've found, so please keep watch, and thank you very much.